Yeah, there's also the virgin birth thing is like...
That's not unique to Christianity.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that story is like predates Christianity.
Yeah, exactly. There are stories in other cultures of that happening.
Yeah, allegedly.
I mean, I haven't seen it.
Yeah. Doesn't happen anymore. Why doesn't it happen anymore?
Hmm?
Why doesn't it happen anymore?
What?
Yeah.
But anyway, I bring that up because the guy that I was mentioning before, Lloyd Pye, he has a very detailed presentation on genetic evidence for how we were genetically engineered.
Oh.
Yeah.
And that's out of 80%.
That's what I'm saying. And then, we have like our study of genetics and dominant genes and genes kind of like taking over and influencing. You know what I'm saying?
So the God that did that then would just be some alien.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Yeah.
A pretty narcissistic one too at that encourages people to go and just start wars and genocides in neighboring lands so that they can expand and conquer. Seems really consistent, doesn't it? Seems like we're just taking a page right out of that same book, huh?
Yeah, fuck that God. That's not a good God.
That's what I'm saying. But, of course, me saying that is more of a heresy. And, of course, if you put it into the context of history, the other people, in fact, one of the first guys to put together a Bible, including a New Testament, was a gentleman named Marcion. Have you ever heard of Marcion? I think it was maybe around like 100 or 200 BC, somewhere in that range. I'm really not too keen on my dates, and maybe it's kind of hard to pin it down anyway. But Marcion, he was so disliked by a lot of the other church fathers that all of his writings were burned, and the only knowledge that we have of him is other people's polemics about him and what he thought. And he definitely thought that the God of the Exodus is Satan of the New Testament.
Oh, you were talking about this the other day too, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, the way I see it is like, you'll know them by their fruit, and if apples don't fall too far from trees, you're gonna see a really shitty. Yo, what's up, Kai? You're going to see a really shitty human civilization if it was created by a very shitty creator with shitty intentions.
Yeah, that adds up.
Okay. Yeah. See. And also like take a look at all of the current versions of what is considered like mainstream Christianity. Sure, you got like your
Christian nationalism?
Well, no, I mean like just like the Orthodox Church, like the different versions of the Orthodox Church,
okay.
And you have like the Catholic Church, and then you have like your Protestant Church, and you have, they're all kind of like coming out of the same stream, coming out of the same vein. A lot of those different organizations and institutions hold to the theology of the Trinity, which is a later philosophical thing that was kind of created in maybe 400, around the year 400. Like the Trinity is not necessarily, it's like people, there's like the Unitarian churches and there's the Trinitarian churches. The Trinitarian churches, they believe in the Trinity. Unitarians don't. They're like, no, what are you talking about? There's no Trinity. You can't find that in the Bible. You can't prove that. And then the Trinitarian church is like, oh yeah, it's all one and it's all three and it's the same thing. So you got Jesus, you got the Holy Spirit, and then you have this YHVH, Yod He Vav He. You know who that is?
No.
That's the God of the Old Testament.
Oh.
That was the name that they put in the Masoretic text. And the oldest version of the Masoretic text of the Hebrew Bible dates back to 1000 AD. And it's the Leningrad Codex. I
have heard of that.
Yeah. So it's, and that's by the Masoretes, which is like an offshoot of the same Judaic sect that would have rejected Jesus. I mean, this shit's like a conspiracy rabbit hole for days, man. That's why I think I love the Bible so much. Fucking love it. Oh yeah, but what I was saying before is like you look at these like other traditions that like, you know, cite like the different church fathers, who I've not read or anything. I'm not too familiar with the church fathers because if anything, this church should really be about the teachings of Jesus and what Jesus said he came here to do.
Right.
And it's cryptic, but certainly did it. Yeah, it's like, what did they do? Well, they believe that Jesus' Father is the God of the Old Testament, and then they kill the people that disagree with them. Oftentimes horrifically.
So crazy.
Burning them alive, burning them.
Yeah.
Know them by their fruit. It kind of makes sense, you know. It seems pretty reasonable to me.
So you're saying the God in Exodus is same, but not the God in the entire Old Testament.
Well, that's the thing is that over time, because the Bible has been around for such a long time, and all the different books of the Bible have been around for such a long time, there have been different texts will say different things, and it'll reveal that there is like an intent to redact and change what it says in the Bible. Like in the Old Testament, there's like two different characters that have been kind of like merged into one. One. First off, the Old Testament, a lot of people talk about Judaism like it's monotheism. It's not really monotheism, it's monolatrism. Or henotheism. I don't know about henotheism. It acknowledges the existence of other deities, or Elohim, which is a plural term in the plural, which is part of why people were like, oh, it's because of the Trinity. It's like the plural name of one God. No, it's a plural name for like explain. Yeah. It's not incongruent with all of the different mythologies of like pantheons, with like, you know, these families of these like divine beings that like fuck up humanity and like kind of rule over sects of us and different groups of us by territory. You know, it's just a fascinating look at human history.
How do people read this shit and not take all this away from it? That there's like all this other shit going on. How do people just read it and be like, yes, I believe this book?
Oh, it's because there's the culture of belonging, and because of the culture of tribalism. So it's like you kind of what do? You trust the authority of the people around you, and it's kind of like an echo and an echo and an echo and an echo, and it's just like it's awake.
It's embarrassing.
But that's why I'm here, man. I'm here for the kingdom.
Kingdom's here.
And how? I mean, as long as we keep trying to carry, as long as we're bearers of the kingdom. That's like what Pastor Eric said to me when I brought up the kingdom. He was like, we're supposed to be bearers of the kingdom. I love that guy's passion. And then he's just like talking about all these guys. He's like, these guys, they're all fucking zombies because they're dead inside. And I was like, oh my God. This is the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
Man. But yeah, I was saying that there was a deliberate intent to merge two characters. Monolatrism is worship of one God out of a pantheon where you don't worship any other one. In fact, if you take a look at the Old Testament God, he's like, I'm a jealous God. You will have no other gods besides me. You will worship
why would you need to say that
only me.
were?
Exactly.
Yeah, I actually remember reading that part.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Exactly. This is. It looks like that might have once belonged to a flock, Cameron. Oh.
He's got a blue shirt and khakis.
Nice. You
color.
going to work?
Good try.
I was like, I didn't recognize him. with his mask on for a second.
Watch your feet! Watch your feet! Watch your feet! Holy shit!
Oh man.
Never a dull moment.
How do you? Oh man. I would just. I don't know. Careful. Y'all suck, man. How does the Satan's cum taste?
Tastes like a paycheck.
Probably does. Tastes like hate. That's what it tastes like. Satan's cum tastes like hate. Oh man. Looks like. Wow.
Looks like you came here prepared to get into it.
I think he did. I hope he's okay. I hope everything ends up. I hope it bodes well.
You notice how there's no case up there with announcements for the families anymore?
Yeah, they took that shit down.
Who took that shit down?
They did.
Them themselves?
Yeah.
I found a piece of the glass on the ground. That's how I noticed it was gone. So
No, I remember it
somebody
was.
smashed it.
Yeah, it got broken. It got smashed, but it was still there and it still had information in it.
Well, maybe the broken
Quality
bits
of it.
were like, it's not safe to leave there.
But yeah, it's like if you take a look at all of the miraculous works that are attributed to the God of the Old Testament, it's like plagues, turning rivers to fucking blood, like killing the firstborn.
It's pretty fucked up.
Everybody.
Yep.
And like also too in terms of like saying that when Moses was going and like asking him to let my people go, he would then harden Pharaoh's heart to make sure that Pharaoh would say no. What kind of a deity is how is that deity related to the gospel of Jesus Christ at all?
Sounds like a real bitch.
I don't know, man. A lot of people get caught up in just thinking that they know what's right because they've believed it to be right. It's pretty rough. I know, it's like, but then on the other hand, calming the waters, that's a pretty miraculous thing, and that's really nice, right? That's a really nice thing. Say you're on a boat and you're afraid that the storm's gonna capsize your boat, but no, calm the fuck down. Okay, Jesus will calm down.
When was that in the Bible? That's in the.
It's in the Gospels.
Testament?
No, that's Jesus in the New Testament.
Oh yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Or miraculously feeding people with bread.
Okay, here we go.
It's gonna make me fucking cry thinking about that. My God. Just feeding people.
Okay.
Think about it. Yeah, I think a lot of people are, and think about how wrong just about everybody can be. Take a common phrase that isn't in the Bible, right before you die, your whole life flashes right before your very eyes, right?
I've heard that.
Yeah. How many people do you think that means you're gonna see a whole second time?
What do you mean? See your whole life a second time?
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna see my whole life now. I mean, I was I'm at some point in mine. This is flashing before my eyes right now. This is the one time of the flash. Is what I'm saying.
I don't know. I don't really know what I think that means exactly.
Oh, you don't know what that means?
I don't know what I think it means.
Oh.
I mean, I guess I think it's just a bunch of random important memories. But I also have some other theories about it, cause.
Oh, the life review?
Yeah, but I also have this other idea.
Well, it's just good to do a life review even while you're living, because then you get to change up some shit if you need to.
Yeah, totally. But
why wait until you die?
Reincarnation.
Oh, theory? I've heard stories.
Well, I have a theory. I have a belief. It's kind of become my religion.
Careful there.
What's that?
I said careful there.
Yeah, right. I'm not getting roping anybody else in. It's just mine.
All right, you're
You're
working. You have like a working theory.
Yeah. So my plan, if anybody cares, if there's a God that cares, is to come back as me again and do it a little better. That's the whole plan. So the light flashing before your eyes could be like picking the spot you want to re-enter.
Yeah. I think with
You gonna be here tomorrow? Yeah. Okay, we'll see you.
with reincarnation is like all of those parallel lives that are happening are actually happening simultaneously. We just kind of think about time, but we're definitely more than we think we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like simultaneously from one perspective, but from this perspective,
Yeah.
they're different. So
Yeah.
like, yeah.
But also happening in tandem at the same time. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, time is fun. Yeah, actually, you know what? We had our service today, and it was like a combined service. We did it outdoors on the side of the Passaic River on Raymond Boulevard. You know where those orange sticks are?
Orange sticks.
On Raymond Boulevard. If you look by the riverfront.
I know where the riverfront is.
Yeah, like the riverfront. If you're driving on Raymond Boulevard at all, and you happen to be going that way through Newark for whatever reason, like I usually do, and if you see orange sticks, they're like repurposed like utility poles that were painted orange and like turned into a cool looking sculpture. Yeah, we had our service there today with our church and another church, the First Church of Newark, actually, the oldest one, that has all these tunnels that they used during the Underground Railroad.
Nice.
Yeah, and those tunnels, man, don't get me started on those tunnels. Evidence of history not quite being exactly what the Rockefellers told it was.
Oh, yeah. Really? You think so?
Yeah, I know, especially with all of these like crazy buildings with crazy finished brick built basements, sometimes multiple layers going underground with these like buildings and these designs of classical antiquity. Who is that? A drone?
No, it's just
Jonathan Livingston Seagull? Is that you?
yeah.
That's a good book. I love that book.
Yeah. Tell you what though, actually, before I do this life again, I would like to take a turn as a hawk.
Oh yeah?
If that's allowed, totally want to do that.
Just be a hawk now. Be like,
I've done that. I've meditated on hawks a lot over the last like 10 years. I've had them land near me. I had some like fly right up at me right before I got to like fly over a canyon on a wire, but